Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hi, Meow. I saw you earlier. I was lurking for the most part, but hello, hello. I see you got first. Congrats on first, and you got your plushie. You got a nice roll cake plushie. Hell yeah. You know, for someone who has their entire theming to be roll cakes and stuff, I haven't made a roll cake in so fucking long because I have a very small oven that makes it very hard to make sheet cakes, which is what you like. I need to make like a sheet cake for it. I'm sure I could do it if I made a very small one, but I don't have a pan for that because all the trays that you get for that are tend to be really way bigger, but it's fine. I've only recently been getting more back into baking anyway, so maybe in the future. Not right now. I did buy some. I bought cake mix today to make marble cake, which is honestly a very fancy way of saying I'm making a chocolate and vanilla cake, and you kind of just swirl the two. Um, and then they kind of mix in a nice way in the middle. And I guess that's what people call marble cake. It's tasty though. Ah, but I'm living my best life, y'all. It's really good weather. It's going to be good weather, I think, all of this entire week. I hope it stays good weather for the weekend for once. Lately, every time it's been like nice weather throughout the week, and then I have plans in the weekend, and then the weekends is less. It's actually also less in the weekend. Rude. It's fine. But it is actually sunny this week and like warm or warmer, and I'm truly living my best life with it. Today, I don't know about Fahrenheit, but it's about 14 to 16 degrees here. Oh, I had to get groceries, and for once I don't feel super tired just from getting groceries because the weather is nice. I, and then, honestly, I've been feeling I had it last week too, because last week I finished the drawing of summer. Which I do think it's funny that I finished drawing a character whose name is Summer because it's sunny. Um, but I worked on her on stream and I felt motivated to draw and just do something for myself. But then what has been happening lately is that I don't really draw much outside of stream. But I swear, it's nice weather one day in the week and all my motivation, like everything that I talked about in the stream prior of feeling like not so motivated to create and just kind of lethargic and um not wanting to feel pressure to create but finding it hard to let go of the pressure, all of that gone. It's so silly how winter depression, I don't think about it like seasonal depression. I don't really think about it. I know I tend to struggle with it, but I was like, oh, well, it's not so bad this year. And then I have one sunny day and I'm like, oh, damn, this is what I feel like usually. Like, I actually am quite motivated to do things and to run errands and then also still draw and do more than just lay in bed. I just need nicer weather. I mean, it also helps to feel physically um less pain because of the warmer weather. Also, hello, hello. Enjoy your plushie. You got a cat plushie. Hell yeah. So I hope spring is bringing that to most other people as well because I really underestimate it and then the weather is good and I'm instantly just like, damn. Damn, I'm motivated to do stuff. Which today I'm going to use some of that motivation to continue to work on my starting soon screen because the one that I have is very, very, very old. Um, and I didn't feel motivated to work on VTuber stuff, and now I'm like, I could. I have energy. I have energy to draw. I have energy to do things. It's crazy. Hello, hello, welcome. Thank you for the follow. We have anonymous follows on, so if you just want to keep lurking, that's all good. If you want to introduce yourself, that's also completely fine. But yeah, I'm excited. I have a very busy week ahead, but I'm excited because it's nice weather. I love your model. Thank you. Thank you so much. I need to do the obligatory thing. Well, need is not entirely true, but thank you. I always gotta shout out uh Bun who does my rigging. Because that is truly what makes it come alive. Oh, is it friends in the chat? I always love to see that. I'm the same whenever I spot my friends in different chats. I'm like, I know you. But yes, thank you. I hope you enjoy your time here. I forgot my train of thought. I don't really have too much to yap about. Um, I I had a nice like usually I try to yap a little bit. Like this last week was truly just my return to having motivation and energy. I went to the gym again for the first time in like nearly 2 months, and it was nice. It hurt, but it was nice. um, yes, I did. Well, mostly I did the art. um, and I just had a really nice weekend. I spent it over at my boyfriend's place, and we just had a really, really pleasant weekend. It's all good shit. But that also leaves me to not like I don't have too much to yap about. But I think that's okay. I do think I'll just jump into work fairly quickly today. Um, because I don't know, I have a lot of energy, but I don't know if I will stream for very long. I think I'll be fine, but your art is amazing, even if it is your own model. I mean, fair, fair. I can never claim that I fully. What the hell? I think I'm having an allergic reaction on my skin. It's fine. Um, sorry. I'm very easily distracted today. It's just what I meant to say, but like I don't know if I'll stream for a long time today. But yes, thank you. I did draw my model. Drawing is a major component to it. Oh, for sure, for sure. It's a big part of it. I just think that it is important that people know who rigged my model as well. Um, because I can make all the art about it that I want, but I cannot make it come to life because I cannot rig. And I mean, I can hop onto my art program and show off a little bit. Rigging is hard. It is. It is hard. So this is the starting soon screen that I'm working on. Um, which you might think, hey, that looks a little different. This is no secret. I've just been rather slow with it, but it is because I am working on an updated model. It won't be a full body one like this one. I don't think I have a toggle currently to even show off. Yeah, I'm working on a new model. It's very similar and it will have demon mode be permanent. Except with one tail rather than two. Right now I have two tails. But that makes it quite busy. And I felt like it was a cleaner silhouette. Um to stick to one. But yeah, I have been slowly working. I've talked about this on stream before. I'm like, I want to say between 80 to 90% done with um the model art. I just need to do like finishing touches and such. As I was mentioning, I had a hard time feeling motivated this winter. And I didn't really think about why, and now I'm like, oh, this makes sense. Um, Now I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to. I have been a little headachy, um, and fishing through model layers tends to be a little headache inducing, so I don't really want to do that right now. Headaches suck. They do. I'm okay right now, but I also don't want to trigger one just by having to stare at a bunch of layers and trying to figure out um what I still need to do. But for the most part, it's done. I added cakes as the most recent thing. I don't know when I did that. I've just been very gently and slowly adding the things that I want to add to it. Did I note that down? I tend to write when I do things. I did it in January. That's not too bad. Hello. Um yeah, so this is the new model that I'm working on. Um yeah, I am taking my time with it. I'm not too worried um in that regard. For it, I also made a little um outfit sheet, I guess, to give some alternatives. This is just what's underneath the jacket and then with the jacket and all the accessories and such. And then honestly how I dress in real life or similar-ish anyway. And then like a comfy sort of fit because I'm changing up the theming slightly. I say I am, but I have already changed up the theming a little bit to match it more in that sense. And for the starting soon screen, I decided to go with this outfit because I think it's nice. I actually need that while I work on this. I can close this. And I think other than that, I mean I have some little things like a reference sheet and such. Cuz I do commission people for assets every now and then. But yeah, I'm just gonna work on some line art today. If I can figure out which size I was probably yes, okay. Um it's just been nice to work with a newish design. Your art is so yummy, I love it, thank you. My oh, my mic is going places. Um I only the only thing that I still get in my head about is my own character design. I always feel like I could make it better. Not more complex because I love simpler designs actually over complex designs. So I tend to second guess myself a lot with that stuff. And I'm trying not to do that with while I still have my model as a work in progress. But it's hard. I find that very hard not to second guess that about myself. I feel you on that. I think it's very common, but I think it's also because like I follow a lot of artists that have very strong have a very strong sense of design. And I need to not make that perfect because part of it's going to get deleted anyway. Um I'm always like, damn, I want to learn from that, but I don't know how to emulate what I see. Per se, like what I love about it. And I think part of what gets in my head about it is knowing, because I don't rig my own work. Um Making a new model and finalizing a design needs to be very um like, it feels like there's a lot of pressure on it because I don't want to um actually I do need to open the model itself. Um how do I put this? Like, I know that I can't rig it, so I want it to be something that I'm gonna be happy with for a long time, and that suits what I'm trying to convey. Because it's not like there's changes I can make that wouldn't make Bun hate me, but I don't want to give them more work just because I changed my mind. So for me, there's always a lot of pressure in getting it right the first time, or at least before I send the files over. You might be the one to take away the pain. Like, art and such, like, if I end up not liking this piece, that's less of an issue. I can just do a different one. But with a model itself, it's a little bit more. It's a big investment. Oh, I forgot to swap over to my tablet. But luckily, I'm still in the phase where if I want to make changes, that's okay. Technically, I have some emotes of this design already, but that's really it, and that's not, for me personally, a big deal because I'm also not gonna replace all the emotes that I already have. Um, I am not made of money. Like, I tend to do those kinds of changes very much over time, considering I am only just now updating my starting soon screen, and my starting soon screen is still like my human model or humanoid, um like human with fox ears model. Let's be more than this. Yeah, I mean, it's also because I wanted to change my overlays. Um, but I'm having a hard time knowing exactly what I want. So it's rather hard to commission someone and be like, "Ah, yes, I want new overlays." Um, so it's easier for me to just make a starting soon screen myself and um replace that screen rather than all my overlays at once. Rock and roll, hey, don't you know, baby? I've been struggling with ideas for adoptables because my brain is focused on a new piercing I will have soon. Oh, I've been thinking about piercings a lot lately. Or, well, rethinking about it, I guess. But I don't even have any. I don't even have my ears pierced. Like regular earrings. So if I were to do anything, that'll be where I start. Mice! Hi, baby! Hi, streamers. Hi, raiders. Hello. Hello, raiders. Welcome, welcome. What a surprise! Well, I can close that tab now. Hi, baby. Hi. What were you doing? What a twist! Wild. It's almost as if we were both really excited that we were gonna both stream on Tuesdays now. I do need to grab a snack, but I'll be back for you. Hell yeah, grab that snack, baby girl. For those who are new here, hi, I'm Noi. I'm just a silly little fox VTuber who likes to draw, and sometimes I play video games. It's mostly art though. I mostly draw on stream. It's my comfort activity on stream these days. And if I play games, it's usually Final Fantasy XIV. Although, oh my god, I've been having my eyes on Pokemon Pokopia, whatever. You know, the one that's coming out in a couple days. And I'm like, I can't spend the money right now. But damn it, I want it. Please stream that. I would love to. I don't have it pre-ordered. I would love to buy the game. It's like 70 bucks if I want to buy the digital one. I don't think I could even get my hands on a physical copy anymore. Not right now, at least. Um Also let me say hi to everyone. Uh because I saw did I see someone get a plushie? So much happened in one go. No, okay, never mind. We're good. Also, yes, I know ears are easy to get pierced. Um I used to have my ears pierced, but they were shot with one of those pierce guns, and one of them was incredibly crooked. And I kept having really bad reactions to anything that wasn't gold. Um, and this happened like when I was still like a kid. And so in my early teens, like when I was like 12, 13, I just decided I was sick of the sick of the process because it just one side wouldn't really heal properly. So I just took them out and never put them back in. But now I'm like, damn, I actually like putting my hair up and I think it'd be cute if I had earrings, but I don't. So I want to do that. Because also, there's so many earrings that are so fucking cute. But I mostly wear rings and like necklaces. But what kind of piercing are you getting? I have 7 piercings so far. Hell yeah. Unless it's one that you can't mention, but like I assume it's fine. Hell yeah, get your plushie. Got a little star plushie. Would you love to learn to believe? Um, the weather is nice and I instantly have energy to draw again. Crazy. I have all 6 in my ears, my belly button, and I'll be getting my tongue done either Wednesday or Thursday. Ooh. I love that. I personally, I'm such a big baby. I'd be so scared, but I love that. With cleaning and drawing. So real. I'm I was saying at the start of the stream how last stream I was talking about how I just haven't felt any motivation to create and I felt really stuck and I didn't want to like put pressure on it, but it's hard to not feel like I should enjoy to draw. And then that one sunny day hit where it was like 18 degrees and I was like, "Oh, I was just suffering from seasonal depression." Because the weather is nice, and instantly I'm like, yeah, I can draw. I actually like my art, and I like drawing. Crazy. Crazy how that works. I feel like doing stuff, and like drawing, but also, like you said, like cleaning, but also like doing chores. Like I got groceries today, and I didn't hate myself. I was like, oh, it's so nice out. I like being outside. I got some extra got some extra uh, toiletries and such. I had to look into shampoo for straight hair because I don't have straight hair, but you know, I love how that works. Yeah, I just love how I forget, and then the weather is nice, and I'm like, oh, straight in this household. No, only hair, I guess. My nana, may she rest in peace, got me my belly button piercing before she passed, so now so I'm extra careful when it comes to piercing here now. Oh, that's so sweet. My condolences, but that is very sweet. I love very supportive parents or grandparents and such. That's very sweet. I'm a big weenie. I love piercings, but I'm such a big weenie about them, and then I don't think I could get any mouth piercings. My teeth are already having a hard time on their own. I genetically, I really got got shot, and I really bad teeth. Even if I take I could take good care of them, but genetically they're not the best. Um, and I know from friends from experience that getting like lip piercings and those kinds of things, while they are really cool, they make it harder. So I'm like, I don't want to do that to myself. My dentist will hate me. Um, but like Got to go, but have a good rest of your Thank you. Please take good care of yourself, and thank you for coming to say hi. um, there are other piercings that I would like to have. Hydrate, I will. I also have coffee, but for you, I'll drink water. Fresh water. Um, nose piercings I think are very cool. I just don't. Some of them I don't think I could get because I get a stuffy nose very often, and I feel like that would strike. If I can't blow my nose, I will die with how many colds I get. So those types of piercings, like facial piercings, I'm like, I want to, but she was always supportive with my mental health breakdown, uh hair dyeing and piercings. Hell yeah. That's really nice. I have that with my dad. He's always very supportive of whatever I do. I have tattoos. I do have tattoos, and for one of them, he actually came along as well because I needed a ride home afterwards. Gert got hell yeah, get that Gert girl. Um, and my most recent addition is a skull, and I've had some family members be like, "Girl, are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's dope as fuck. The art style is fucking it's fucking cool." Um, and my dad was just like, "Hell yeah, do it up." If you think it's pretty, fuck it up. It's your body. He's very much, he gets it. He doesn't have any tattoos or anything, but he gets it in terms of like, if that's what you like, then do what you like. Nose piercings can cause minor nosebleeds when healing. I mean, I feel like that would be fine. It's mostly just like I said, I get a lot of colds. I get a lot of stuffy noses on my own. Um, I just I need to do research. You know the ones that I like that I think are really cool? You see them a lot lately where people have them like here and then with like a little chain. I just don't know how they work, but I do think they're cool. I have one tattoo which is a butterfly in honor of my nana, or my nana. That's very sweet. That's very very sweet. I went very Dutch about saying nana. I'm sorry. Hello everyone, how are we doing today? I'm doing good. I have energy. I slept like shit. I'm not gonna lie. Which is wild, but that's just the power of good weather, I swear. I slept really really bad, but the weather is nice and instantly I'm like, hell yeah, I'm fine. Those are normal studs on each side just with a chain going over the bridge. Fair. I I love how I touch my own nose as if you can see that. I'm just like how I mean I guess because you put the studs in from the inside. I hate myself more than you know. Again, I cannot iterate enough that I don't know enough in those in in that way, and I need to do research if I want. But yeah, I do think those are cool. Chain goes on first, then studs through the piercing hole on the outside. Huh. Fair enough. And the nice thing is, so part of what made me put off getting my ears pierced for the longest time. Um, was because despite having ear piercings on my model, um, I drive a motorcycle. I don't currently have a motorcycle, but I used to. And I was like, I could only ever really do it in the winter because in the time that it needs to heal, I can't put a helmet on. And now I'm like, I don't have a motorcycle. I can just get my ears pierced. Maybe I'll fuck it up and get my ears pierced not next week. That'd be crazy. Next month. I need to ask my hairdresser who has hella piercings which shop she's recommended again. What are you drawing today? I'm drawing my VTuber. And a new starting soon screen. Professionals will know what they're doing. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I will I will always ask the heavily tattooed and pierced person to be like, "Hey, where do you get them done?" Because even something as regular earrings, speaking from my own experience, don't just go. I mean, listen, my mom didn't know any better and she tried her best, right? I love her. She did her best. She didn't know. We just went to like a random jewelry store and they did it. It's better to just go to a piercer. Is your model holding a phone or a tablet? Oh, it's like I mean, it's modeled off a Switch. I figured I'd do something like to iterate that is like cozy and handheld. I've had my first hole since I was 6 months. Damn. That would have been easy for me, but no. My mom did not do that. Does getting your ear pierced hurt? I mean, it is a pinch for sure. You're still getting a needle stuck in your ear. But you don't have the most feeling in your earlobes. I was just very nervous when I was a kid when I got them done. Second set was at 16 and third at 18. Hell yeah. It burns a little afterwards. Yeah. I mean, I have tattoos. I would argue those hurt worse. And I don't think they hurt very much to begin with. So ear piercings don't scare me because of pain. I'm just a baby about healing. Tattoos are a bitch. I mean, so personally, I don't agree, but I mean, I have a tattoo in the same place as you do, and I didn't think that was too bad, but my pain tolerance is fucked, so I'm not a good measuring point for, hey, does that hurt? Built like a fucking rock. I don't know, it just feels like a cat scratch to me. And it like it hurts. And I could notice that my body didn't like it in the sense that like I get cold while when I got my last tattoo on my upper arm, I just started to get really cold because my body was just starting to like have to deal with it. Um, I guess, and I don't know. Cause when I was getting the butterfly done, I didn't flinch. I laughed. I mean, I feel like it also really depends on where you get them. Um, but it just wildly depends per person when they put the needle in your body. I mean, so you don't feel it the same way as like a piercing, right? Because it's the needle is it's a tattoo gun. I mean, you can also they can also do the hand poke way, which is supposed to hurt less, but I've never heard had a tattoo hand poke, so I don't know. Um, you feel it. It's kind of like I don't know if you in high school used to draw on your own arm, but it's kind of doing that, but with a pen that's slightly too sharp. But it really depends on where. And there are places that sting more. Um, like, so I have 4 tattoos. I love how I had to look at myself to remember if I have 4 tattoos or not. I have one on my leg, like on my calf. I have one on my, or well, I have one on my wrist, and then I have one on my lower arm and one on my upper arm. When you get close to like the wrist, that can be kind of tender. When you get close to, um, what the fuck is it called? The crook of your arm, like right here, where cakes is, but on the inside, there, the more you're in that little fold, where the skin is thin, it stings more. So the pain is definitely sharper. But I also found that I kind of got used to it after a while, and you just kind of just go, and then you move on. My pain tolerance is really bad, and the hand poke hurt for me. I mean, it's fair. I feel like it also just really depends on so many things. Like you got a bigger tattoo as well, so that it just takes longer. When I got my first tattoo, it's a very small tattoo on my wrist. It's just 2 runes, and that didn't hurt at all because it was done within like not even 20 minutes. It felt like the setup took longer than the actual tattoo. Damn. I mean, it's you've seen them. They're 2 little scribbles. Like it's just like a bam, you're done. I sat there for 2 or something. Haha. I don't know how long I sat for any of my 3 other tattoos. I went from a very small tattoo that took no time to instantly getting tattoos that are way bigger. You're fucking nasty, man. Yeah, that was like a full day, and so was the skull because of the shading. But yeah. I think the biggest one is my nasty man. I think you are right. And that was a lot of black. That my calf was annoying, not because it hurt, but for some reason when you get tattooed there, you start twitching and it's completely out of your control. So I had to like really concentrate to sit still. And she had to fill in the entire jacket with black. Um, I want to color him in with eyeshadow one day. Yeah, you can give him little cheeks. I can shave my legs and then you can do that. Next time we see each other. Bestie activities. Yeah. I was just saying. I was just saying this weekend that I've never actually colored him in because I shaved my legs this weekend. Just color a tattoo in. You can give my skull blushy cheeks too if you'd like. Or make it funky colors. I don't think I have a lot of funky colors in eyeshadows. I think I mostly just have pinks. And like I have like a fall palette that has like orange and yellow and reds and such and browns. He deserves to be kawaii. Yeah. I need to, you know what's fucking wilding? I have not been watching that anime, so the new season is coming out as we speak. And I have not been watching it. I keep forgetting. I've not been watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'm just like, girl, what the fuck are we doing? I'm working in the wrong layer. Consistently. It's fine. Me looking at Critical Role. We need to set down specific days to watch more of Critical Role. But it's hard. I have a hard time. I like because with Critical Role, but also we ended on fucking episode 5. We sure did. We traumatized ourselves on Christmas and then we called it there. I normally don't have such a hard time watching stuff, but with like anime, because I can't just have it on as like a second screen activity, because I fucking watch it in Japanese and then I need to pay attention to the subtitles. I can't just mindlessly watch it. And I don't want to then watch it right before bed, because then I need to be awake enough. I have such a difficulty to keep consistent plannings like that. It's so valid. You're so valid. Last time, so when's the last time you tasted blood, and what would it stem the flow? Oh, I am caught in time. Katie told me the new variety dungeon is like, yes, you can! So long as you have Endwalker, the like main story finished, you can do it. I was just looking at that today because I was saying the same thing, Nick. And he's like, oh, but I don't have good gear. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's level 90. So we can and do it on Ine if you'd like. I just, obviously there's no routes yet, so we could either fuck around and find out on our own or wait a little bit until there's a guide, because I'm sure within a week there will be one. We can do the other ones with him. True. I just don't know which mounts he would like. We need to look at the rewards and be like, pick one. He needs the mouse. That's the rules. I know he is working very hard right now, but just making kissy noises at him. Come, come to Variant Dungeons with us. Except then we still need to do it on OC, because then I can do a European character. Or I don't, and I just try to get the minions and all the other stuff. The bush that I got that's worth like a little over half a mil finally sold. I have one dungeon on a U and the other on NA. Wait, did you do did, did you do the mouse one on NA? Shows how much attention I pay. I'm no? Oh! Oh, the one that we still have to finish. You're so correct. The fairy one. You're so right. I was like, my characters look the same. Valid. Also, my ads start in about 4.5 minutes, so I'm gonna take a little break when they happen. Listen, man, I don't I don't think. When you see my face, hope it gives you help, it gives you help. When you walk my way, hope it gives you help, it gives you help. I'll think for us both. Yes, please. I used my brain cell to get groceries today. Girl, I look like, you know, the stereotypical one trip. I only want to do one trip when you have like a bunch of groceries from the car and you just need to take everything out of the car, but you want to do it in one trip. That's what I looked like today because I went to the Etels and to the Kruidvat for toiletries, and then they had sales going on. So of course I got some shit that I didn't necessarily need, but I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll get that as well preemptively. Um that filled one tote bag, and then I got groceries, but they had sale on all the fruit that I usually get. So I got a bunch of fruit, and then I got stuff to make salad. I didn't even buy everything that I needed for the rest of the week because my bag was getting too full. And like my basket, I was like, this is too heavy. I also need to carry this home. So I filled up my backpack, and then I still also always carry like a little plastic shopping bag so that whenever I buy too much shit, I always can still fit it in there. So yeah, I did that. So I had a tote bag, a backpack, and a shopping bag, all, well, not filled to the brim. Not even close. Um, but they were all filled. So on each hand, I was holding bags. But your girl got some good deals on groceries, and that's satisfying. Sing along, I hope that it puts you through hell. You'll never see what you've done for me. Hell yeah, get that streak. And I can't erase these things that you say. Don't make it all okay, it's not okay. I'll put on the gloss, intentions are raw. Ain't nobody's fool, you know it hurts. I do think it's funny that I struggle to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, but then I did watch the new season of Bridgerton, and I don't even care. I haven't cared really since the first season. I know Jonathan Bailey is in it, but the character he plays in like the first, second, and third season. No, I think the third is fine. But in the first season, he's insufferable, and in the second season, he's fine. I like the actor, not the character. Is my problem. And then like I watch, but it's such mindless TV, I guess, that I watch it before going to sleep, and then I half fall asleep while watching it. Um, and I'm not like bet. Me with Hermitcraft casually watches 100 episodes in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, I mean it's when you can turn your brain off, it just doesn't feel as important as something like Critical Role or um Jujutsu Kaisen. I was like, what the fuck was I talking about that I had trouble watching? Girl, please. I've been summoned by Hermitcraft, hell yeah. Hi! Alright, my ads are about to start, so I'm gonna take a little break. And stretch and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in a second. Please remember to stretch and hydrate as well. Oh, you're good, no worries. I'll be right back. I'm back. Alright. You should have stayed. I tried to warn you just to stay away. And now they're outside ready to go. Look like you might be one of us. Thank you. I have coffee now. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been very slowly sipping an oat iced coffee, or cappuccino. I finally found an oat coffee that I like that I can buy at the grocery store that's just pre-made that is in Starbucks. Fuck that. Thank you, thank you. Um I should just learn how to make them myself. But it's nice to be able to buy something pre-made every once in a while. And not think about it. Slay? Yeah, the one from Oatly are actually nice. They're only a little cheaper, so like money-wise, it's not saving me a bunch of money or anything, but me trying to substitute that wasn't about money. Sometimes you just don't have time to make oat milk. I mean, I could buy oat milk, that's also not the problem. I I only have a French press or instant coffee, so I'd need to make it with that. And I know I can. I just need to do it. I've never Here's the thing. I didn't drink coffee for the longest time, and it's only been in like recent years that I've started to drink coffee. And I don't even drink it because it energizes me greatly. It peps me up a little bit for sure. It keeps my energy up a little bit longer. Um I just really like the taste at this point, but I used to not drink any coffee at all. So I never bothered to learn to make coffee, and I don't have an espresso machine or like a coffee machine in general because why would I have one if I don't drink coffee? And I refuse to get an espresso machine because the ones with cups are notoriously really bad for the environment, and I have to draw a line somewhere. If I drink caffeinated coffee, I get sleepy. We love ADHD. That's so valid. That's so fucking valid. I I look at the people around me that drink coffee and I'm like, oop. I drink uh wait, that's why? Yes. 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 Your body reacts different to stimulants and coffee is a stimulant. Hi, welcome to ADHD and or autism chat. I don't have ADHD, so that's why like I can drink coffee just fine. Um I can't have too much caffeine because my heart doesn't like when I have too much caffeine. So if I have a coffee, I have a singular coffee in a day, and then I tend to not have any. I'm more of a tea drinker. And then even then I drink a lot of green teas, like herbal teas and such. I want your loving, I want your revenge, you and me could write a bad romance. But yes, I would suggest looking up the the effects of coffee and ADHD and see if you relate with that because it don't work the same. Caught in a bad romance. I want your love. La la la, I want your love. I'm trying to learn to understand English speech by ear. I mean, yeah, sure, if you want to listen, feel free, and thank you. I want your loving, I want your you and me at that romance. If I drink too much coffee, I'd be too sleepy to work. So I drink just enough to be comfortable and not too anxious to work. It's more of a habit now than anything. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, a lot of stimulants, I find our system craves on out of habit. They're the same with sugar. I really lessened my sugar intake, although I'm sure it has gone up in more recent years again as well. Um, and it can be a bit funky. I want your love, and I want your lips. I want your love. I don't wanna be friends. Je ton amour, mais je t'aurais. Je ton amour. I don't wanna be friends. I don't wanna be friends. It's fine. I'm a composer and a pixel artist? Hell yeah. Yeah, our dopamine receptors are fucked, so when we consume stimulants, we finally get the dopamine and our brain finally gets calmer. I was talking about that this weekend as well, about how. So I don't know everything about ADHD because I don't have ADHD. I just know what I learn and then I have a hard time remembering the nitty-gritty of it. But what I do remember is that with the receptors and then all emotions is chemicals. And if you don't have the right chemicals to make all the chemicals that you need, fucks up. As I was talking about how ADHD medication it doesn't alter your brain or anything. It's more that it helps you make the chemicals you need to regulate normally. Or, well, normally is a big word, but like better. I just go burr. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember all the nitty-gritty of it because it's been so long since I tried ADHD medication and to find out whether I had ADHD or not. I may need to get diagnosed one day. I mean, honestly, I don't know the details either. That's very valid. There's so much information out there too. In regards to diagnosis, my stance on it always is if you find yourself getting stuck a lot with like interception, motivation, like the ability to do things, and if it's fucking with your emotional state in your work or such like, then I think it's nice to try and get a diagnosis and figure out what could help you because you're actually getting stuck. Yeah, if it influences your daily life a lot, then I would recommend looking into it. Other than that, I tend to tell people you might have it, but maybe you're just in an environment that suits you perfectly, so it might not be super necessary. Because, like, I don't know where you're from, right? But it is very different per country and per person. Um, Not getting a diagnosis is also very valid. Lately, it's become so difficult to communicate with native speakers of the language I'm learning. It's sometimes depressing. I mean, I'm not a native English speaker, if it's just to clarify, it's my second language, not my first. And second language by choice, not not because I need to. Um, for me, the diagnosis got me to meds, which were life-changing for me. Yeah, exactly. Like I remember I was seeking, so I've had my autism diagnosis since I was like 15, 16 or something, because I was really stuck in high school in not functioning within the system there. And I needed help, and that help was only available to me through a diagnosis. And through that, I have now, half my life later, gotten into a life where I live independently and live okay and all of those things. It was still not easy and it required a lot of work, but I couldn't have done those without the help of a diagnosis because then I wouldn't have qualified for the programs and etc. Um, but I do find that if you are set in a life where your work, like, it doesn't affect your daily life, it can still affect your daily life because a lot of people, like, I went to look further into it because I was struggling at work at some point as well, and I ended up um not being able to, like, I'm not suited for, like, I've been, what the fuck is in English? I don't know what the words are. It's fine. um but I think it's not just work, it can also be like on a social aspect. I have the struggle of being both underwhelmed and overwhelmed at the same time, incredibly bored and incredibly tired. I do have chronic fatigue though. That's generally my main struggle. Yeah, that sounds familiar in terms of ADHD, but ADHD also comes in different forms, so it's important to remember it's not just one, not just a one and done kind of situation. Yeah. I'm sorry, you said that. I side-eyed Moss to the point of what I remember you talking about, and I'm just like, yeah, that sounds similar. But it is different for everyone. And because, like, there's the inattentive type, the hyperactive type, and then there's the combined. And I think they might have gotten more precise these days. Because that's also the thing. Back when I got diagnosed, like half my life ago with autism, shit was different. It's different now, man. Me without meds. Motivation, who is she? So if that is truly something you're struggling with, Polly, then it might be worth looking into. But it's that is like a personal. I can't, like, tell you what to do. Also, hi and hi, Katie. You got another pillow. Good luck at work. And I get a crown. Hell yeah. But yeah, I know a lot about it in terms of service knowledge because I have a lot of people around me that have ADHD and or autism, and I consume a lot of media about it, informational media, because I find it fascinating. Also because, especially when I have such close friends to me, I find it important to know what could potentially help in terms of stuff that I could do and to understand it, because even with the autism, it's still different. It's similar, they have a lot of overlap, but it is still different. And I find it important to know these things and not spread a bunch of misinformation. But even then, I try to get my information from multiple sources. It can be a lot. um but luckily there are a lot of resources out there these days, and it's become a lot easier to get diagnosed and to get the help that you need uh with those kinds of things. My only saving grace is hyperfixation on one thing I really like. Colby, I'm so sorry. You're not beating the allegations right now. Don't let me peer diagnose you, but if it is really as limiting to you as it to me in the past, it can help a lot. Yes, exactly. Like, don't. It's fine. I try to be careful about, like, I make jokes. I need you to understand that part of this, we are just a bunch of silly little guys. We are not medical professionals who have studied for this. Um, so obviously we can't tell you exactly how and what. Um, and don't ever feel like pressure. I feel like there's a lot of personally in my perception, I feel like there's also a lot of pressure these days to get like to be like, "Oh, what's wrong with me?" And I'm like, "It's okay. You could also just be having a harder time at the moment. Like it doesn't necessarily need to be like some full-on diagnosis." Um, but my mindset is always very simple. If you find yourself struggling with things very consistently and it is limiting or hindering your life consistently, seek help in whatever way, whether that is depression or whether that is, lack of motivation or what have you. It's a very big generalization. It's okay. All of my friends tell me I should get checked for potential medication because I relate to them too much. It's how multiples of my friends have gotten diagnosed. Not gonna lie. Because like what Ma said, it's very true. ADHD and autistic people tend to cling around each other. I think it's because there's just an innate bit of understanding each other more. Um, I have had friends who did not get diagnosed and then they relate to me a little too hard and I'm like, interesting. Interesting you say that. And then years later they're like, hey, turns out, and I'm like, what? No way. Crazy. Crazy how that works. No way. So I believe the whole we flock to each other. Yeah. Yeah. I only got diagnosed like 1 or 2 years ago. Yeah, and like I remember you telling me about it, and I was like, yeah, there's something there. there's something there, but you're gonna have to find that one out for yourself. You're already in the process. It's just really funny to me. Because I also like I don't see there's anything wrong with it, and I say it with the most affection in my heart. But it's very funny to me when friends relate in ways. Or like I had the conversation this weekend where I was talking about echolalia specifically, and I do this a lot where I hear a noise and my brain finds the noise satisfying, so I have to repeat it. And I got that. Oh, I do that too, and I'm like, interesting. Do you want to know where that comes from? um, me, yeah. It's just such a shame that when I grew up, ADHD was always labeled as a boys being busy in class. Yeah, because like that's what I'm saying. Like there's multiple times or multiple types of ADHD and people tend to only know the hyperactive kind. Like that's the one that they're most familiar with, even though that there is a different one and women tend to present more in the inattentive type rather than the hyperactive type. Or the combined, but either way. And women tend to mask more because it's socially more expected to be some type of way, like to be social. And that usually masks symptoms more, plus it presents differently in people, period, but also different depending on gender. I wonder what it is. Maybe that there's more of an understanding of each other's struggles, and they get less offended by misunderstandings. I think so. I think like it's. I love how I'm having a huge conversation without drawing. It's fine. I don't need to draw. Um, I think it's a combined thing. It reminds me very clearly of like similar but not the same. So when I was a teenager, I got diagnosed with a type of depression. Um, I forget what it's called because it's fucking I'm no longer a teenager and it's been so long. Um, and I remember always having to over explain how it worked and having to explain a lot to people in my surroundings because it's hard to explain something to people that they have no experience with. And then I remember one of my friends um started to do that thing where they started to explain to me and it turned out that they had the exact same type of depression. And the instant click that I felt of like, oh no, you don't have to explain. I get it because I have it too. And it was such a relief. And I think with neurodiversity, especially like autism and ADHD, because they have so much overlap, um, there are a lot of things that we struggle with that you then don't have to explain as much because there's a layer of understanding. Moss and I are very close friends. She is one of my best friends, and she's my ADHD bestie. I'm her autism bestie, and one of the things that we both struggle with, for example, is like energy and feeling it, like a lot of things cost more energy than they would for neurotypical people, for example. And we recently, for her birthday, went on a little trip together, and it was so nice to be around someone that you don't have to explain that with, that I just need to sit in a different room for an hour at the end of the day in the hotel room and just not really talk, and like I still love you, I will talk to you later, but like at the end of the day we're just tired and we're not really like masking anymore and we're not trying to entertain each other. We're just yeah, I'm gonna just sit in the bath for an hour and I'm gone. And I would still send her TikToks and she would send me TikToks and we were having a good time. But it's nice to spend that time with people have who don't take that personal of like, well, why are you ignoring me? It's like, I'm not ignoring you, I just need time alone. It's a spoons thing, not having enough spoon for things. Yeah, exactly. Like we jokingly call them spell slots all the time. I feel like a warlock with 2 spell slots, and I need to do things during the day that cost like 5 for me, and I don't have that many. Um, but and that's just one of the things. I like the spell slots thing a lot more. You know why I like it a lot more as well? I don't know if you've played D&D, but because you have, especially as a warlock, this is so nerdy. You have cantrips and then you have spell slots, and certain things you can cast as a cantrip, and you can cast as many cantrips as you want in a day, but you only have the 2 spell slots, right? So imagine I only have like 4, and most people have like, I don't know, like 7. And or certain things that are cantrips for other people aren't cantrips for me. So like taking a shower, getting dressed in regular clothes, those all cost me spell slots. It's not something that is very innate to me in a way where it costs me energy and more energy than it would um otherwise. Cantrips are my interests. Yeah, for example. And like exactly, and certain things don't cost me as much energy, whereas other things do. And like energy is a big one. I find it very important to have people around me that understand my limitations in energy, because it's never something personal. It's never that I don't want to, it's just that I am out of spell slots. And I do think that when you have that base layer of understanding, it's just a way easier to hang out. Um, and that's just one of many ways, I think. And I think an unspoken thing within society is that we do judge people, whether we mean to or not. It's how we survive. We judge people by the way that they are around us, and we do that within a split second of meeting someone. And there's been multiple studies done where people tend to have a weird feeling about other people with autism because they just don't mask their habits or their facial expressions or such as well. And that's another thing. Like I love being able to be friends with people that don't get weirded out about the fact that I don't like looking them in the face, and I don't like being put on the spot when it comes to like I like getting gifts, but I usually don't react quote unquote appropriately in terms of like I don't react as excited as I feel because I just feel I have a hard time expressing the emotions. And again, those are all things that are easier for people who either struggle with it too or struggle with similar things so they have a base layer of understanding. Um, I don't have energy for things that I love either. That includes friends, family, and even interests sometimes. Oh, such a mood. Such a mood. I I was saying about how it's nice weather now, so I finally feel energetic again to draw, but I haven't been wanting to draw um for months, and I felt a little bad because like drawing is one of my main hobbies, right? Like it's something that I do love to do, but sometimes I just really don't have the brain cell and the motivation to draw. And then I just feel like I'm abandoning my big hobby. And then the sun is here and I suddenly feel good again, and now I'm drawing and I'm having a good time. I'm also more motivated to stream again. Um but all of those things I was like struggling with. So like yeah, I get it. It's like it doesn't have to just be things that you don't like doing. It can be things that you love doing or things that you're neutral about. The one thing that weirds people out, I think the most significant thing that weirds people out in regards to how I am and things that I struggle with is fuck, what is it called? Knowing that things are there and remembering that things are there even though you can't see them. So the most basic example is like there's a word for it. I just can't remember it. Knowing that there's food in my fridge. I have a hard time remembering what's in my fridge if I don't see it. Object permanence. Thank you. Hi. I have really bad object permanence. It's also like it doesn't just end at things though. Exactly. Moss, you already beat me to it. I have it with people. I love my friends. I love my family. If I get too busy with one thing, I forget and it's not that I forget that they exist. It's just if they're not if talking to people is not in my routine, I will still feel the same amount of love for people whenever I do talk to them. It's just I forget to talk to them. And I understand that it hurts people's feelings, but it's really not on purpose. And I find it really annoying because I make a very active effort to try and stay in touch with people by putting it in my calendar and such, or just like the second I think about someone, I try to just send them a message so that it happens less. But boy, it's like it's a toughie. Um, the gift thing upsets me so much. I actively beg people to not try to do surprise party for me, and I hate opening gifts in front. Yes, that's so relatable. I am so bad at receiving gifts, or especially like big gestures. I like people expect me to like get emotional because I'm an emotional person in any other regard. But even when picking up my friends from the airport, I don't cry because it's too overwhelming almost. I just don't physically, at that moment, show how I actively feel. It will come later, but not in that moment. Yeah, no, that's super relatable. Having it with people is truly a struggle. I also have it with people. Lack of object permanence sucks because of the reactions of those around you. Yeah. And I think that that's why it's so, like, that's one of the many things that's so comforting to then have where other people either have it too or they understand a little bit more because, you know, they themselves struggle with things. I've offended people many times with my lack of object permanence because it's like, haha, it's cute when you know, when I forget that there's food in the fridge and I, you know, forget my leftovers, hee hee, you know, that's cute. After me forgetting someone, like, exists for, like, a week or something, less cute. I've had friends who disappear for 2 years and come back, and my brain, no time has passed. Oh yeah, fucking friendship decay doesn't exist in my house. I will be just as excited to talk to you, uh, now as I will be in a month, you know, or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. This is why I appreciate my friends that I can disappear on for months and then show back up again and everything is fine because life got crazy. Yeah, this is cute. Thank you. So I'm yapping so much that I'm not drawing, but yeah, I am working on a drawing, sort of. But that's so relatable. Like, I have friends that I talk with very regularly, and I have friends with that I talk with less regularly, and I never take it personal. We have different time zones, we have different lives. Shit happens all the time where life gets busier, and I will always try to make time in terms of, like, if someone asks me to hang out, I might not be able to hang out right that second, but I will always look at my calendar and go, all right, what does your week look like? Can you do these? Like, I'm free these days. How about those? Or like, hey, I'm free that week. How about that? And if it's like an emergency, I will, you know, squeeze you in between. I will cancel other stuff to um fit you in. But you know, it takes a more active effort. Um, but yeah, it's a nice way to just communicate. I feel like I communicate quite openly with my friends and my loved ones about these things. Um, when I plan to give others a big gift, I will always ask for permission and a soft launch it a little because I struggle so much with surprises myself, especially if it's expensive. Oh, that's such a mood. I mean, I did the same to you. I was very clear for Christmas and for your birthday of like, hey, I got you presents. I promise they're not very expensive. I hope that you know with me you don't have to give a big reaction. I just saw these things, thought of you, wanted to treat you. That's it. Like, right, it's no biggie. Um and I think I specifically asked you as well whether you mind whether things are wrapped or not because I like wrapping presents, but I also know people that don't like the surprise. So I like asking because some people would rather just know right away instead of having that extra barrier of buildup. It annoys me when friends get pissed for not spending adequate time with them. We spend time when it works for both of us. That's normal. I'm not going to force. That doesn't mean I don't like you. I mean, I do think that it is something that has to come from both ways, and I do think it is important to communicate. Um, you know, we all get busier with things all the time. Um, I don't like these lines. I'm just looking at this and I don't like this. Yeet. Delete your art. And I think it's fair to have gripes. Like, you know, sometimes because I do get the object permanence, I will talk to or see other people less, and that can hurt someone's feelings. And I do think that that is okay. I think it's just important how you talk about it and how you go about it. That is very important. And then being open and honest with each other with it too. Like if someone has certain expectations, I will hydrate, I will drink water. Thank you. Has certain expectations. Hell yeah, get that tea. I think it's still fair to share those expectations. But that doesn't mean that the person that you're talking to can hold up those expectations, you know? Like it's a two-way street. It can't just be I don't like the sentence, "Oh, we never hang out anymore." But instead, if you are bothered or the other person, whomever, is bothered by a lack of hanging out, I do prefer like, "Hey, I noticed that we hang out a little less. Could we make plans for next week?" You know? Or could we be a little bit more proactive when making plans because I miss hanging out. Like I do think that that's very valid. But like getting pissy about it, that's yeah, not my favorite either. Not talking to friends for a long time does not cancel out all the times we've had fun and spoken to each other. Exactly. And like again, we grow up, things change, schedules change, people's work schedules change, or they get in a relationship, or uh maybe they're in school, or like there's so many things that can affect how busy you are that have nothing to do with like wanting to spend time with someone, but just the fact that you are busy. I gotta skedaddle off to class, but saw you on and wanted to say hi. No worries. Good luck at class. A big kiss. Me sleeping with the plushie in my arms every night. I'm so glad. I try to put some effort into having a day in the week that I can mostly guarantee that I'm free to hang out. It makes it easier for me to mentally prepare all week for it. I feel like that's fair too. Like, you gotta do whatever works for you, right? And I do think that it is important to not go too far one way or another. I don't think I used to go too far into accommodating and keeping too much time available and free and saying yes too often to everything. Um, Even though I was like maybe a little bit too tired to actually hang out, and then it would affect the rest of my week or such in a way that wasn't great. So I've gotten better at like having boundaries in that sense, but I do think it's also important to recognize, hey, I struggle with keeping up with people. I need to put in an effort still. Like, they are still people that are important to me. I can't just go, hey, I struggle with it, deal with it, right? I don't think that that's entirely fair either. But that's also what I mean with like being honest and knowing each other's expectations. I think I mean, I hope we're all adults, otherwise what the fuck are you doing here? Get out. But you know, we're all adults, and some of us are more into our adulthood than others. Um, I'm well into it now, where I can safely say, I think we're all at a point where I think it's good to communicate open and honestly without getting offended, but also while taking responsibility for ourselves. And that's also in being honest, like, if I have friends that want to hang out more, but that's not something that I can currently do, then I just need to be honest about that, and whether we can work that out is dependent on the friendship. My problem is my energy levels are crap, and hanging out with people who don't quite understand my fatigue makes me less want to hang out, despite actually wanting to hang out also. I can take so much. It can take so much out of me, but I also hate canceling on people. I never know what it'll be like on a day off. No, but I think that's also very understandable, Katie. It's just like I feel that because we shake hands on chronic illness. Um, and I struggle with that a lot too, where my energy is all over the place. And in like 3 weeks ago, I had plans that I had to cancel, and I was just like my anxiety was whack, and I was feeling really unwell. And even the people that feel safest don't always feel like that. I don't always have the energy for that either. Um and then it's such a I'm very, 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 very lucky and happy that I have people around me that are very understanding. I have people that are less understanding as well, mostly family members and such. And it can definitely be a struggle. And I also get that, like, um, if people don't understand, then you feel less safe with it because, like, I know with Moss, for example, I could cancel day of and we'd be fine. No one would take offense because we know each other, we trust that that's not like we don't flake on each other often or anything. It's just like sometimes it just ain't happening. Sometimes we need to rest. And oftentimes, even though we're both still tired, we still want to hang out, but it's just, whatever we have to give is different each and every time we hang out. Um I do feel bad about it, and I feel like I have to reassure them every time that it's not them, it's me. It's like I've been less talkative and spending time with other friends as I just don't have the energy lately. I do feel bad about it despite letting them know it's not them. That's fair. I can on my aspect, on my ass. I could promise you I would never take offense, but I do get it. It's very, very tough and it's a tough thing to balance. Um I think you're doing what you can do in that situation, which is communicating. Letting them know, like, hey, it's not that I don't want to hang out with you. I'm also spending time with these people. My friends are nice enough to ask prior, and sometimes it can be spontaneous if the RNG allows for it. Yeah, and like that's different too. Like some people like spontaneous hangouts, sometimes don't. For me, it depends on how spontaneous. If you ask me today if I want to go out, I'd be like, no. If you ask me today, like, if I want to hang out, like, on Discord or something, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can make time for that. That's, different things. I'm lucky that you, Masi, and Lucas understand me, and I feel safe to be able to cancel without any judgment. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad you feel safe and that you have people that feel safe for you as well. I gotta be honest, for me, sometimes it is them. Sometimes I love my friends a lot, but we don't mesh well with long hangouts. And I have to be honest to them that our energies don't meld. No, but I think that that's fair too. Like it's not necessarily like personal as in I don't like you. It's just hey, I don't have the same energy as you. I don't mesh well with extroverts for the most part because if someone is extremely extroverted and I'm extremely introverted, I like going out for like a day, but not days. Also, hello, and welcome on in, new imp. We have anonymous follows on, so if you want to introduce yourself, feel free to. If you want to just sit and lurk, that's completely acceptable and fine as well. Don't worry about it. But know that you are welcome. But even that, like you say it yourself, like it's important to tell them to just be honest. And it's not saying, hey, the way that you are is bad. It's just, hey, the way that we both are is different and that doesn't mesh in a long hangout way. I hope you all have a wonderful day so far. I'm having a really good day. Thank you, thank you. I hope you are as well. You are just like them all. What I sometimes have in terms of energy is sometimes like right now I'm very energetic, which is great. I love it. And then I'm streaming, and sometimes I'm streaming, and then an hour in, I'm like, oh, actually, all my energy's fucking gone. I want to stop. Now, I've built up a really sweet and nice community that is super understanding, and doesn't mind whether I stream for an hour or whether I stream for 4 hours, usually up to 3, realistically. And it's, you know, it's just it's good to know. And like, I have the same with hanging out with people. Sometimes I'll be hanging out with a friend and I'll just we'll hang out all evening and I'll be fucking fine and be great. Sometimes I'm like an hour in, I'm like, actually I'm so fucking tired. All I want to do right now is just lay in bed and just turn my brain off. And that won't be every time. But we all have those days, I feel like. But I think, you know, I don't know. I think it's very important to build an environment with people that understand and work with us rather than against us. Oh no, I'm so sorry, but I'm glad you're fine. Oh, but I'm sorry to hear that. I can't complain, thank you. I do break my tooth in a half. Oh! Well, I hope you're okay. Also, it's sunshine outside finally after so long. I'm so happy. Oh, it's the same here. I actually have the window or the door open to my garden this entire time so far. It's so nice. Yeah, I agree. I hope you both are okay. Please take good care of yourselves. Let's have the window open. Oh, we love to see it. I love winter as a concept, but I think in the Netherlands it just gets gray and rainy for too long, and that in particular fucks up my brain. I just need found out that I get really sad if I don't get sometime. Mood. I mean, I've been new. I just thought it wasn't so bad this year. I was wrong. But it oh my god, it's so nice. Thank you, also from the Netherlands. What even is a winter? It's nothing anymore. Winter is fucking fake, man. I hate it. I fucking hate it here. I miss when winter was like snow. And then, I mean, at the same time, I don't. Because we had snow this year for like, suddenly we had snow again. Like, we had snow, and then it was fine. And then we had snow again, and I was like, nu moet je even luisteren. Now you have to, now I have to stop. Now I'm done. I'm cold, I'm dying. My joints, I'm old. I'm sick of your shit, actually. Stop. My joints were fucking dying. And then suddenly it's sunny again, and I'm like, damn, this is nice. I got an appointment tomorrow morning. I might have panicked and give me an early appointment. Well, I'm glad that you are getting an early appointment as for tomorrow. That's really good. I'm like a lizard. I must bask or I'll get sad. Mood, man. I have a hammock in my garden and I'm excited for it to get slightly warmer so I can lay in it. My neighbor, from which side? There's like a few countries that can be from. I feel like snow died in 2012. We have minus 14? Disgusting. Disgusting. Absolutely not. Get out of here with that shit. Not you, the weather. People love and praise winter, but the only good thing about it is Christmas and New Year's, but half the function has a cold. Snow is pretty. My girl needs fun. That's fair. That was the harshest German winter in like over a decade or two. Crazy. Also, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. We have anonymous follows on. So you can keep on lurking if you'd like, or you can introduce yourself. It's all up to you. Hell yeah, get that daily plushie. No, we didn't inquire or something like that. But I stayed indoors when never. Um, no, I like winter. I like snow, and I like the seasons change. But we just have fall for like a good chunk of the year. We just have autumn, and that's it. We just have rain, and I'm sick of rain because it's just rain and gray and shit, and that's I'm exhausted. Hi from Germany. I go to the Netherlands to go to eat good fries and then return sometimes. Hell yeah. But hello. I don't speak German. But hello. You know how we do. All the Europeans are uniting in my chat. I like gloomy weather, but I truly can only take so much gloomy weather until I become a soggy pool of sad. I'm fine with a little bit of gloomy weather. I will hydrate. Thank you. Also, welcome back. Um, but I same. Like if I'm staying inside, it can be kind of cozy, right? To just be inside and relax. Um, but I've had enough. I was in America for autumn twice now, and they still get sunny days in fall, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? I want some of that. It was like really nice because I don't even mind if it's cold. I don't care if I have to layer. Where's the sun? The sun is just gone. The sky is just constantly gray. That shit gets to me. Love summer. Okay, yeah, the occasional heat waves kind of suck, but at least the vibes are great. I don't love summer. Spring, we're about to enter my favorite season, which is spring. I love spring. Because it's not too hot, it's not too cold. Fuck yeah. That's my shit. I'm a redhead. I don't like summer. I fucking die. Although I do like summer better at this point than I like winter. But then the heat waves will be here, and then I'll be like, actually, I was in Pennsylvania this fall. Yeah, I was there um not last fall, but the year before that. Their falls are great. I got to wear dresses. What the fuck? The heat waves are gonna kill me. Fucking mood. No rain for the entire month of October when I was in the US. Exactly. You get me. You get me. We didn't have rain once. I was there for a month as well. I was like, hell yeah. Netherlands could never. Really, could not. I love a little bit of time between spring and autumn where it's sunny and floral but not hot. Yeah, I like late summer and early summer and spring, but also early spring. I love all of spring, early and late summer, just not midsummer. Shout out to like mid-July. Ain't it good being all alone? My favorite date is April 25th. It's not too cold, not too warm, and I just wear a light jacket. Jesus. I was like, huh? And then my brain connected it and I was like, haha. Specific ass reference. Mama, you're all alone. Autumn is the best for me. Not too cold, not too warm, and beautiful colors. Very valid. I do also like autumn. I'm just, again, I'm sick of the winter. I want to wear a dress. I have a beautiful summer dress that I'm dying to wear. I finally wore a dress for the first time this year to begin with, this last weekend, and I was so excited. It's a sweater dress, but I was so excited. I was like, finally. And when it's cold, all I wear is like a shirt and a hoodie. Hi, baby. Good morning. in the real world. Ain't it good being all alone? Fucking choosing violence instantly. I have such a hatred for days that are like 14 Celsius but really sunny or rainy, where either the sunlight or raincoat makes cycling way too hot for you're dressed. I love today's weather because today's weather is like that. It's very sunny, but it's 14 C, so I still need a jacket, but it's perfect. Hi, baby girl. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Bijou said hi. Yes. Um, because I get to wear a jacket and it's not bad. Is there language? Hi, baby. Are you gonna sit in front of my tablet like you've been doing? Don't drink my coffee. Yes, that's my coffee. That's not for kitties. I'll put it somewhere where you don't sit. She's been so insistent on sitting where I'm working. Um, and that's very tough when I'm streaming. Also, my ads start in about 4 minutes, so I'm gonna take a little break when they happen. Don't go crying. Do you have to sniff everything? Hi, baby. No coffee for little babies. No. That's not good for babies. She's fully in front of my tablet right now. Have you ever done art boothing? I've helped a friend, but not myself, no. It's a very complicated thing as to why I can't. But I can't. But I've helped Moss. Girl, I'm drawing. You're like right in front of my tablet. Either lay down, yeah, or sit somewhere else. Girl! Having a screen tablet is great until you have a cat that's right in front of it because she wants snuggles. If my tracking doesn't work, that's why. Who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping so to see. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine. She demands pets. She's getting so many pets. She's been in my arms every night. And she slept on top of me last night. Linkin Park, nice. Hell yeah. Can confirm Noi's a great helper. I'm excited to help you for, the con again. I find it so fun. Every night, I'll be there. No, honestly, though, there's cat hair over everything now. I have a cat on my lap that won't let me draw. So you relate. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. Part of, I only wanted to be part of. Then I only wanted to be part of. Yay, in October. I already put it in my calendar so I don't forget this year. Because if I don't write it down, as we were talking about, I do not remember. It needs to be written down and in front of my face, otherwise the information is gone. I also don't think I would... So I don't really do fan art, so I don't know what the fuck I would sell at a con. I know people sell original art, points at Moss, but I'm like, I draw furries. I don't know. I don't know how, unless I only went to furry cons. which I don't. I've never been to one. But I don't think I could go to an anime con and be like, "Hello, buy art of my VTuber, please, and thank you, kisses." Mwah. Like, I'm going to a queer con soon. I'm sure furry art would do great there too. I mean, fair. That's fair. But yeah, I mean, like I said, long story short, I can't, but I'll sure as fuck help my friends. Um, I'll be right back though, because my ads are about to start. Also, thank you so much for the sub. Um, so many furries visit my booth. Alright, time to. No, I'm joking. But I'll be right back, and then I'll continue drawing and yapping and all the good stuff. I'm back. I was just gonna type it, but then I realized my ads are over. I pinned the playlist real quick in the music channel in the Discord if you wanna grab it. It's just a collection of music I like. That's a little bit all over the place. Well, it's all alternative-ish music, but it's of when the music is a little bit all over the place. Because it's shit that I used to listen to in my teens, and then all this shit that I've started listening to more recently. But, yeah, no problem. Good reminder, Smooth, hell yeah. No, I don't go to conventions a lot anymore to begin with. I used to go more consistently when I was a teen and like a young adult. But honestly, I'm going to Heroes Made in Asia in 2 weeks, I think it is, with some friends. And that I consistently go to with friends. And I think that's a lot of fun. I like that con. Um, but I used to not really have friends to go with. Now I have friends to go with, but not every con near me I want to go to, and even then, usually after I've seen one, I'm kind of okay on not seeing a bunch during the year, because like I don't cosplay. I don't like there are other things that I would rather do with the money that I spent on going to a convention. Like going to a concert or something. Like helping me is a win-win. You can look around and then sit down on your butt. Yeah, I love that. That's great. That's perfect. Helping at a con, 10 out of 10. I get to peep at a con and see if it's fun. But I started to realize, because like truly when helping you as well, it's just I love cons. I would not go at the frequency that I used to go when I was younger. Peep at your peepers, exactly. Um because I used to cosplay and I used to have cosplay friends. I wouldn't pay for a lot of them, not gonna lie. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like if you have a goal to be there, or like you're meeting, or you want to meet a specific celebrity that's gonna be there, then that's one thing. But these days I tend to just go because, like, to one a year because it's fun. And then I buy some merch, maybe buy some Pokemon cards, and that's enough. Like I don't need to do that a bunch of times in the year. Um Otherwise it also becomes very repetitive to me. But because I don't have that like cosplay hangout time anymore. I just go as me as a regular ass person. It's just not as like that's not the activity anymore. And I haven't cosplayed in a very long time. Good Christ. I do want to go to. Actually, I need to talk about that with you, Moss. Remind me today later. I do want to go to stuff like Castlefest again and such, or like Elfia. But then I also wouldn't go to each and every one of those either, which they're not anime cons. They are, fantasy festivals, I guess. I'm not okay. If you shield me from my ex-friends, it's a deal. So here's the thing. First of all, yes, absolutely. And secondly, guess who would also want to go? Also Smooth. Hell yeah, you got a Tyler plushie. Hell yeah. He got himself last week. Not okay. I'm not okay. You got your boy, yeah. Tyler, I know you're busy, but your boy got you. No, but I would love to go to one of those types, especially Castlefest. I think would be very nice. I guess mostly because that's one of the ones that I'm used to. Holy shit, follow it. You got me! I actually don't think I've seen someone grab me. When you casual your friends all the time. I haven't been to Castlefest yet. Yay! I personally love Castlefest. Because it's also more of like a music festival as well. So there's just a lot of live music. And not that I know the people that go and play, but I think it's just the vibe. I really like it. I know I've been to Elfia. I mean, they're all very similar, mind you. Okay. Gruesome do we trust? And I got a crown for a little bit. Thank you. I am your worst, I am your worst nightmare. Knew what the bluebird said of you. Never seen you outcasting out, 'cause this is our culture. Fall Out Boy again? Yeah! I'm getting distracted. I'm supposed to be drawing. I will be lurking though. Hell yeah, no worries. Get your lurk on. Get some drawing done. I agree. This is a nice song. Please hold your applause. Take its shapes, shine its freaks. The one band I ever saw live? Damn, I'm jealous. I'm sad that the year that they came to play, it was just financially not possible for me, like in recent years, for me to go and see them as well. And it was such a year, it was such a goated year for like bands that I like that came to play in the Netherlands. And now I really struggle because I really want to go to a concert again. And Ninja Sex Party is sold out. I checked. Um, I was too late on that, and I kind of expected that. But that's fair. Um, and I haven't really seen any bands pop up this year that I want to go see. Um, and I'm bummed because I would like to. My one concert I went to was Stardust. They were so awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, I was upsetty. I was just too late. Like I could have bought tickets earlier. Um, but I was waiting to see if I could go with certain people. And I just didn't jump on it as soon as I could have. And then I was looking at it um last week, I think, and I saw that the Amsterdam show is sold out and I was like, "Damn." You know, that's what happens. It's not nothing dramatic. It's just like it's a bit of a bummer, but I'm like, "Ah, it's fine." What I know you 1,000 tears I've cried. Don't hear me. I get that. Yeah, like there were multiple people that were interested in going, but like either didn't have the money at the moment or I didn't have the money at the moment. And I don't like saying, "Oh yeah, let's go," and then, I'd like to at least know that I can afford the ticket to go. And by the time that I really knew for sure, I was like, "Well, oops. It's fine. I'm sure I'm sure there will be other bands." I was still quietly holding out hope that Sleep Token was gonna have a European tour this year. But I also understand that they need a break, but I want to see their new album live for myself. I want to go so bad. Now I keep getting videos of people who went last year from the American tour on my feed again, and I'm like, I wish that were me. Now, not really, because the American tickets are fucking insane. But in concept, I wish that were me. How long will you stream or till when? I don't know. I actually don't know what time it is. I think for at least another half hour. I tend to stream until 5-ish. But I've been doing a lot of yapping today. So in terms of like how fast I'm working, usually I'm like, oh, until the line art is done. I don't think that is a good measurement for today. But I think until 5, it's 4:24 net right now, so. Dying again, I'm going under. Hydrate, I will, thank you. And I will do a stretch. And sit up straight while I'm at it. Straight in this household, I know, difficult. Speaking of Sleep Token. You know what I really want to do this year? I think this is going to be the year that I straight, no thank you. The only straight we do is straight vibing. Straight and neurotypical biggest struggle. We joke within my friend group where it's like, you're cis, straight, and neurotypical? Man, you're born with like so many options in life and you chose just default character. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm very genuinely it's a joke, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I really want to get a record player this year, like for real, for real. I think I finally want to do it default. That shouldn't have gotten me as much as it did. Thanks, I'd rather take my procrastination struggle first. Fucking Christ. But I really want to because I can't believe I was thinking about it this weekend on my way home. How I have the new album on a record, but I just still don't have a record player. Because last year I was gonna get one for my birthday, but then the Switch 2 came out, so you know, I didn't. Acid nor alkaline, caught between black and white, not quite either day or night. And then maybe I could get the other records too, and just other records, period. There's a record store in my city that I could go to. This is the year for a record player, right? I feel like it is. I'm changing up my bedroom and my office, and then I have extra space in my living room. That could be a space for a record player. Me and Mossy have decided you are our TV time when Pokemon wins and wait. That's very valid. When that game comes out, that is one I will pre-order. Like Pokopia, I want it. I really want the game, but I just financially, it's not been the vibe. It sucks that it's Switch 2 only. Yeah. I'm sorry, my loves. I won't even say get good because it's truly a Switch is so expensive. I only have one. Put that shit on. It is on throne. I did put it on my throne. Don't yell at me. Rude. We need you to pick the fire Pokemon. Oh, undoubtedly. Hello? If we looked at that dog, I want to pet that dog. I love that little creature so much already. Um, no, the Switch 2 is fucking expensive, and I only got it because it was like my birthday present from myself and my dad to me. Why did it just now click that the furry community is picking the talk? Yes. Yes. Oh no, you and everyone. Sorry. It is so cute. It has zero thoughts behind those eyes. I love it so much. We all need something to live for. I no longer dream of anything anymore. The gecko and the dog are cute. The bird looks yeah, it does look a little bit like a love child between those two. I'd better stay on four legs throughout though. I don't care. I mean, I'm a furry artist, so I don't care. What did you do? What did you do? Also, why did that not go off on my stream? I need to open my goddamn throne! You fiend! Thank you. Nothing big, I promise. Better not! Thank you for the headphones. I don't know why that's not going off. I need to double check that. I think the integrations stopped working and it's annoying. It didn't work in my Discord either. And I thought I had fixed that. But considering nothing happened. But the four legs cowards won't. The gecko is not staying on four legs. Yeah, none of them are. They're starters at this point. It's a joke. Hold on, sorry. I just want to fix this throne issue because I don't know why it keeps doing this. Integrations. Oh, okay, I remember why. It's because the bot doesn't have the permissions it needs. You make a run and then you face, then you touch, then you taste. Where the fuck is the throne bot? Here we go. Um. How? Which? Okay, well, Discord, I don't really care right now. Why is it not working in um OBS? Did I just not copy them? Was a silent ninja donation under the radar? Yeah, you didn't you told on yourself. You didn't need to do that. I think I just never added it after my um shit died. Gifts. Throne. We're doing it live. Okay. Can I test it? Well, that sound played. I don't know if y'all heard that. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that does show as a browser thing. Okay. OBS is a hater. I mean, no, it's because I was Boo Boo the Fool and shit, and my everything changed and died, and then I had to redo it, and I guess I forgot to add my wishlist shit. It should be here now? Anyway. I just don't know how big it is. That's my issue right now. No, stop! Don't fucking Thank you. It's fine. Whenever it happens, it will just take up the entire screen. Just a death of peace of mind. The day I added cakes to my model and I said, it's Cakes Day, and everyone's like, happy birthday. I was like, it's not my birthday. That's how I feel right now. I'm like, it's not my birthday. Don't. I mean, I can't stop anyone. Especially not Moss. I literally motivated her entire chat to buy. Oh my god, I read. Put that away. I motivated your entire chat to be like, haha, what if we what if we buy Pokemon for Moss? Hee. Wouldn't that be so sweet and funny? I need to finish that game. So do I. I heard a sound. Nothing else happened. I'm worried. I'm scared. The ghost notifications. I'm gonna go. Need to buy something to eat. Stay safe, guys. No worries. Get good food. I didn't hear it, but it was me. But forgot I had to change it to non-anonymous. Well, thank you, you fiends. Wait, can I do this? Okay, settings. Hello? Why is it not showing? I'm so confused. Hanging out with all the wrong people. I was hanging out with all the wrong people. Don't. Why is it not working? With all the wrong people. Like, it doesn't show the preview or anything. Oh, it does show the banner on the bottom left now. That's something. That. I don't love that it's in front of shit. But it should. I don't know why it didn't show anything else. But at least I got a sound. So, you know, we're one step further. I'll look more into it later. And then I'll fix it in Discord too. There's too much shit to always think about. Can one of my mods message me just to be like, hey girl, remember to change your bot in the Discord and give it the permissions it needs. Because I will stop streaming and forget. But Mood Moss, I haven't finished the game either. I do this all the time. I surprised you in lowercase. I'm scared. Oh. But I do this all the time where I get so close to finishing a game and then I don't. And then I haven't played it in so long and then I get intimidated to go back into it. I'm like, just fucking play the game. It doesn't matter. Your aspirations to shreds, another cog in the murder machine. I have an idea for this. Well, do I want to do it like this, or do I just want to... The awful names that they stick, you're never gonna fit in much, kid. Oh, it's surprised you in lowercase, yes. Gonna shower if you end before that. Thank you for the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. No worries. And have a nice time lurking. I love you too, Katie. Trying to decide if I just want to do this manually. I think I don't, because... Not just a symmetry ruler, please and thank you. Like, why do this the hard way if I can just... Oh, I'm doing this in the wrong layer. That doesn't help me. Okay. One more time. I'm gonna be smart. Lower the opacity here. I love organic lines, but they are easier. There are ways in these ways. Yeah, exactly. Like that was my thought. I was like, oh, but I love the look of organic lines. And then I was like, I fucking hate doing this though. Won't you smile at me? We have tools for this shit for a reason. If I was good at construction with art, then, you know, I would do it. But I'm not. I find it exhausting. I know the way that it goes. You get what you give, you reap what you sow. You in my face. I know, I am what I am. The mouth of the wolves, the eyes of the lamb. So saturate. Just you cast the dust into nothing. You shut the soul. So touch me. I feel my shadow dissolving. It's also like, whatever, if it's close enough, it's close enough. I don't need to get it perfect. I'm peering over my tablet to look at my Switch to be like, bro, I don't even remember what you look like. Because none of it is like super important in terms of like. It's just generic gaming console in hands. Me, yeah, rain down on me. Oh, rain down on me. Oh, rain down on me. Oh, rain down on me. Close enough. Approximate knowledge. Yeah, like, you know, people can connect that it's a gaming console. That's all that really matters here. Choking on their halos, get them drunk on rose water. See how dirty I can get them, pulling out their fragile teeth with their tiny wings. Everything you say can and will be held against you, so only say my name. Held against you, anything you say can and will be held against you. There we go. Just one yesterday, for just one yesterday. And the worst gone away, still I trade all my tomorrows for just one yesterday. For just one yesterday. But I have twice died. Anything you say can and will be held against you. Held against you. Anything you say can and will be held against you. If heaven's grief brings hell's rain, treat tomorrow's for just one yesterday. one yesterday. I wanna teach you a lesson in the worst kind of way. Trade all my tomorrows for just one yesterday. For just one yesterday. Hell yeah, get that plushie. And you got a K. No, you got an imp. Close, close. If heaven's creep brings hell's rain, then I'd trade all my tomorrows for just one yesterday. Zoom in on my boy. My worth in love. And all we act out of our holy. The first thing I'll eat when my parents have left is probably fried from my new air fryer. Hell yeah! What you gonna make? Oh, fries! Oh, you're good. That sounds nice. Ooh, croquette based. Out of fried snacks, I think croquette is my favorite. I was saying that my go-to is like a satay croquettes because those slap. But croquette in general is just. I don't really eat fried snacks like that a lot, but croquette is just my favorite. How close am I? Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll run the ads now because I kind of want to close the kitchen door and grab some more water. I'll run the ads now because they're supposed to start in 10 minutes. So I can keep lining and then I can finish lining this. So I'll go a little bit past 5. That's fine. I have an easy dinner today, so don't need to do a whole lot. The only thing I need to do is like cut up some stuff for a salad. So I'll run those now, and then I'll be right back, and then I can continue working and finish the lines today. So I'll see you guys in a sec. I'm back. Also, welcome back, Katie. I think I finished. I think I fixed the Discord issue with the bot. So that's one thing. I think I did it. I very quickly did it in ads and then took a little bit longer just to see. I can't test it, but I tried. I still don't know why on OBS it's not showing anything, but you know, one step at a time. Little baby cakes, yeah. He's so small, he's so little. Why did my music pause? There we go. You're just chilling. Memories consume like opening wounds. You're part again. Once I try to start again. I don't want to be the one, but I'll always choose. 'Cause inside I realize I don't know what's worth fighting for, why I had to scream. I instigate, say what I don't mean. Through how I got this way, and it was not alright. Breaking the habits, breaking the habits tonight. Watching like you're tightly locked the door, tried to catch my breath again. Fired much more than any time before. I had no options left again. I don't want to be the one, but I'll always choose. Inside I realize that I'm the one confused. Why I had to scream, now I instigate, but I don't mean, I don't know how I got this way. So I'm breaking the habits, breaking the habit, and I lean it on the walls. Guess I'm the one at fault. Oh, to just be a little guy melting into the sleeve of a hoodie. The ending of your life, and if you get to heaven. Where do I sign up? Very cozy mood, hell yeah. I mean, I still want to do the thing where I draw or make a base of imps for people to make their own imp. I feel like that would be fun. Wouldn't it be great if we were dead? Oh, dead. Tongue-tied and oh so squeamish. You never fell in love, did you get? You deserve the ending of your life, and if you get to heaven, get what you deserve. The ending of your life won't wait. Yeah, just little imps. Don't take me from the hospital bed. On the complication in your heart, so you've got. And it could be cute that if we have a bunch of them, that I draw a nice collection. Hanging out with Noi. Could be fun. I could do a little base and then a little giveaway. Community engagement type stuff, also cute little imps. Yeah! And if your heart stops beating, I'll be here wondering. Okay. We're almost there. Thank you. Yay, I'm still going. I decided that I'll go a little bit longer so that I can finish the line art on this. That I'm still full of the love you want, still waking up beneath it all. And I'm still full of the love you want. I reach for you on faith alone. Aw, hell yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Save your love for someone I am not. Too many swallowed keys will make you bleed internally someday. Oh, oh, oh. Do you believe that in the end we will be better off that way? Oh, oh, oh. Full of the love you want, still waking up beneath it all. And I'm still full of the love you want. I'll reach for you on faith alone. And I'm still full of the love you want. Waking up so alone. And I'm full of the love you want. No matter what, forevermore. I'm glad you're all having a nice chill time. I mean, we yapped a lot earlier and now we're just chilling. I like that a lot too. Full of the love you want, and I'm still full of the love you want. Lion in shape art on our own continuum. The freak show talk to a careful minimum. with words that I'm worse. Stuck to my tongue. Way down with words too over dramatic. The night is it can't get much worse. Oh, dance, dance, we're falling apart. You have time, dance, dance. You love to leave this. This is the way they love. Misery loves me. Living for his Materas. Rolling into bed with me. Dance, dance, we're falling apart. You have to dance, dance. There we go. Just gonna quickly add a masking layer to it. Alright. There we go. Lines are all done. Oh, that feels good. Yeah. I was gonna say I worked for like 3 hours, but technically I yapped for a good hour of that, or at least half an hour of that. But I'm very, very glad that that the lines are done of this, so I can work on it some more. Thank you for the crown. Stretches are important. Yes, I did a big stretch. um, no, but I'm just pleased because this has been on my to-do list for a while as well, but I kept just I don't know. I get overwhelmed by my own work. And as as I've established earlier, sometimes I start shit and then winter depression comes along. But yeah, no, I'm excited to work on this some more some other time during another stream. But now I can move on to my preferred work, which is coloring and rendering. And I'm kind of excited because I'm gonna pull up the art that I finished last week. Um, is it this? Yes. I've been doing some fold studies, some fabric studies, and I feel like I got it down really well with this, with here and like the top especially. And I'm very excited to apply this rendering to this drawing. I love when you color. Well, I have good news. um yeah, let me move on over to to the other screen so I can wrap up. There we go. Hello. Next week, let me see. Next week I should stream on Wednesday. Looking at my schedule because I have physical therapy on Tuesday. Um no, on Thursday. I'll be streaming on Thursday. I didn't look at my schedule correctly. Um I would have streamed another day this week as well, but I have plans with friends. I have some friends coming over at noon on Thursday, so that ain't happening. I was like, Wednesday? Yeah, I was like, hold up. What time? Similar as now. I tend to start around 2 to 2:30 my time. And then energy-wise, dictates whether I stream for like an hour or multiple hours. But yeah, must put the Discord out there. The Discord is the most reliable way to see when I go live because it automatically sends out a message. Um, uh, it's a good time to wrap up. I start yawning. Um, but yeah, no. So similar, same time slot basically as now. Sometimes I start a little bit later, so like a half an hour later. Sometimes a little bit earlier. It just kind of depends on uh how energetic I am that day. But usually in the afternoon because that's a nice time slot for me. Um, yeah, we need an emote for the okay sign. Hi, Jura. Hell yeah, get your daily plushie. Making notes. You stream Thursday. Yeah, I would stream on the day that I have physical therapy, but usually that takes up my entire brain. And I don't want to stream in the evening then. I don't want to stress myself out, so I won't. It's that simple. Oh, I'm sleepy. But like perfectly sleepy, so that's fine. Like not overtired. I think I just need to eat dinner and then I'll be good. For now, I'm going to have a peek on who is live and doing stuff so I can raid. Have a break. No, you deserve it. Oh, for sure, I will. No worries. Um, that was really nice though. I love a stream where we get to yap a lot, but then also um get a lot of work done. Let me see who is up on this fine Tuesday. A lot of people. Thank you for streaming. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. It's always nice. I'd rather just look for my own. If I need suggestions, I will ask. Thank you. Because I prefer to raid people I already know most of the time. Yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I saw someone who just went up. And that's usually a chill vibe. Considering I have to go to lurk right away. Alright. I found someone to raid. I'm trying to think if I have any announcements. I don't think so. Like I said, next week I'm not streaming on Tuesday, I'm streaming on Thursday. That's really all for now. I'm gonna start the raid. We're gonna say hi to Takao. If you like the vibes here, I mean, Moss just pulled out the Discord a little bit ago. But here are my socials. I mostly post my art on Blue Sky, and I try to remember to post the VODs up on YouTube. I have a bunch that are privated, but I haven't scheduled them yet. I need to remember to do that this week. They'll be delayed, but they'll be on the YouTube. So that's where you can find me and all that good stuff. Until then, I hope everyone has a nice rest of their week. If you're coming into the raid with us, you can copy and paste one of these raid messages depending on your sub status. Yeah, please take good care of yourselves. Eat good food. Love yourselves. Stay hydrated. And sleep tasty. And I'll see you guys next week on Thursday. Alright. Have a good one. Bye-bye.